Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for being here. My name is Josh Hubbard, and I'm here to present a solution to one of the most persistent problems in business today: the systematic failure of capital projects. With my military leadership background and over a decade in capital projects, combined with my MBA in leadership, I've developed an evidence based framework that can transform how our industry delivers projects. Today, I'll show you how we can eliminate the 70% failure rate while generating compelling financial returns for investors. Let me start with the shocking reality that should concern every executive in this room. 70% of large capital projects fail to meet their original objectives. We're not talking about minor delays. We're talking about 27% average cost overruns and schedule delays ranging from 20 to 40% across all project types. The Construction Industry Institute reports that only 30% of capital projects achieve their cost, schedule, and performance objectives simultaneously. This represents billions of dollars in lost economic value every single year. This isn't just a problem, it's a crisis that's been ignored for too long. So, what's really causing this crisis? After extensive research, I discovered that project failures stem primarily from leadership deficiencies, not technical inadequacies. Poor communication alone accounts for 30% of project failures, while stakeholder opposition creates cascading problems that compound throughout project life cycles. The industry continues to rely on traditional management approaches that simply aren't adequate for today's complexity. We've been focusing on technical solutions while ignoring the human dynamics that actually determine project success. This insight creates a massive opportunity for transformation. I've developed a comprehensive framework with three integrated leadership practices. First, adaptive leadership helps leaders navigate unprecedented complexity by building capability for future uncertainty rather than just solving current problems. Second, stakeholder alignment creates systematic approaches for building consensus among diverse groups with competing interests and conflicting priorities. Third, strategic change communication provides evidence based methods for achieving sustainable behavior modification across complex organizational networks. These aren't separate tools you pick and choose from. They work as an integrated system where each practice reinforces and amplifies the other. This framework isn't based on opinion or wishful thinking. It's grounded in rigorous academic research. My MBA leadership concentration study provided the theoretical foundation, including innovation leadership theory from Hommel and Breen, and proven change management models from Coder and Cohen. My unique military background adds another dimension: systematic leadership development that translates directly to complex project environments. This combination of academic rigor and practical experience ensures that every component of this framework is both theoretically sound and practically proven. Now let's talk about the bottom line, because this is where the framework becomes irresistible. Our comprehensive financial analysis shows compelling returns ranging anywhere from 3.2 to 1 to 5.8 to 1 ROI across three scenarios. Even in our most conservative projections, we're delivering over 3 to 1 returns. Net present value projections range from $6.2 million to $18.7 million over 5 years for a typical $500 million organization. The total investment is $4.35 million over 3 years, less than 1% of annual revenue, with break even occurring in just 12 months. These returns substantially exceed typical corporate hurdle rates of 12 to 18%, providing robust financial justification that any CFO would happily approve. Implementation of this framework follows a systematic 4-phase approach over the course of 24 months. Phase 1, months 1 through 3, focuses on comprehensive organizational assessment to establish baselines and identify potential barriers. Phase 2, months 4 through 6, customizes the framework to specific organizational contexts and launches pilot programs. Phase 3, months 7 through 12, delivers systematic training and development while beginning performance monitoring. Finally, Phase 4, months 13 through 24, extends to full-scale rollout with complete policy integration. This phased approach minimizes implementation risk while maximizing adoption success. Exactly what investors want to see in terms of execution planning. We've conducted extensive risk analysis to protect your investment. Monte Carlo simulation with 10,000 iterations shows 96% probability of positive ROI within 5 years. The financial model remains viable even with 40% reduction in projected benefits or 60% increase in implementation costs. Our phased implementation approach limits initial exposure while demonstrating early value. We use performance-based consulting agreements that align vendor compensation with achieved results. And we built in contingency planning for economic downturns. This isn't a high-risk venture. It's a carefully planned, risk-mitigated investment opportunity. The market opportunity is enormous and largely untapped. Global capital projects represent over $4 trillion annually, and the industry is increasingly recognizing that leadership effectiveness is the key differentiator. Our target market includes major EPC firms, Fortune 500 engineering organizations, and construction companies that are actively seeking solutions to persistent performance challenges. We have a first mover advantage with our evidence-based approach. And the framework is scalable across multiple industries beyond just capital projects. This represents a massive, urgent market need with proven solutions. The opportunity is now, and it's compelling on every level. This framework is ready for immediate implementation with proven ROI ranging again from 3.2 to 1 to 5.8 to 1. We've shown you a $4+ trillion market opportunity with 96% probability of positive returns and comprehensive risk mitigation. We have a first mover advantage in an industry desperately seeking solutions. We're seeking strategic partners and investors who recognize the transformative potential of evidence-based leadership. Organizations that act first will gain significant competitive advantage while contributing to industry transformation. The question isn't whether this framework will succeed. The question is whether you'll be part of that success. I'm here and I'm ready to discuss partnership opportunities right now. This framework is built on solid academic foundation with extensive research backing every component. These are just some of the key sources that inform our evidence-based approach. I'd like to take this time to thank you for your attention and your time, and I welcome any and all of your questions about this transformative investment opportunity. Thank you.